Hull City make 3 changes tonight, with Jordi Device promptly in for the squad against Forest and now back out again. Kamil Grzycki, a bit of a surprise to few, dropped to the bench. Kevin Stewart comes in midfield to give us a much more massive midfield presence in a defensive nature. Fraser Campbell also comes in as a striker, hoping to latch on to the crosses and passes that Mark Pugh can put together. Jarrod Bowen, of course, on the right-hand side this evening. We'll be hoping that tonight he can get that 20th goal after missing a sitter at the City ground on Saturday. Norwich can bring that one down easily with their captain Zimmerman, Ridgewell, Henriksen. Campbell making the intelligent run, but Godfrey was very much alert. Now Bowen, first touch of the ball for him, skips past one man and then is caught, wants to carry on his way, but Andrew Madley decides that there's no advantage, and the first dangerous set play of the evening is going to be a free kick for Hull City. Bowen and Pugh over this one. Is this the first opportunity to test the hands of Tim Krul? Bowen over the wall and not too far away. Just inches in it from Jarrod Bowen, and if you're going to get a milestone goal, you do it in style, and that was certainly not far away at all. It's actually hit the frame of the goal. That's how close it was. Now Buendia, and he already tries to play in a good looking through ball for Hernandez. Burke has to be careful to not give a foul away, but he's lost his man. Buendia into the box, a little chipped ball in. That's cleared away this time, as Stiepermann tried to pull the strings. He could do the same here. Stiepermann again, he's striding through, and with the first shot, Norwich City take the lead. That was far too easy. The early pressure, and all of a sudden Norwich City with their first attack show just what they can do with the twinkle toes in their feet. His first cross was cleared away pretty comfortably, but then as you can see, the Tigers don't really get any real shape, and when Stiepermann gets the ball back, it's easy to get past Henriksen. They stand off, and that little cut inside opens up all the options for the man who has been so prolific and so deadly, not just as a midfielder, but getting in the box as well. And he makes it 1-0 with a very calm and collected finish. Into the box with Buendia. He keeps his balance, manages to stay on his feet. Stiepermann trying to chip it over. Aarons is totally unmarked. It may fall to Stiepermann again on the edge of the area. He's thinking about trying to get the ball into the box rather than playing wide. Norwich still have it. And now it's Hernandez. Good save from Marshall. 2-0. It's all gone horribly wrong in such a short space of time. It happened at the City ground. We capitulated in the space of 10 minutes, and we are in a real position where it could just about happen again. David Marshall, on his return to Carrow Road, has had an awful start. He's had to pick the ball out of his net twice. The Tigers just too static on the edge of the area. Marshall makes a good save. He's unlucky because the ball actually cannons off Ridgewell. He has to make a second save, and there's only a man in yellow waiting to capitalise. And the man who got the goal against Swansea has now got his goal again. Another one to add, his 8th of the season, and it is now 2-0. Well, it's been a decent game for the neutrals so far, but as Norwich come forward again, they're looking to pile more misery on. That's a clever ball by Kevin Stewart to release Pugh, who's got Irvine charging down the left-hand side. Pugh with an intelligent ball now for Campbell. He tries to check back, and then he gives a foul away inside the penalty area. Needed to try and turn and create the space to get the shot away. Now Lewis. Stiepermann sets Hernandez on his way again, but they're going to have to be patient and work it in this time. Stiepermann And now Buendia! That had some real power behind it, but Marshall repelled it. Casual play out wide again, and they do work it in. The little layoff to Buendia with the aid of the Tigers defence. That was a rocket of a hit from the Argentine. And Marshall with an instinctive dive to his right-hand side. They look dangerous every time they come forward. Here's Stiepermann, slots it into the path of Hernandez with a neat touch. Could be three! And maybe it should have been. The Tigers managing to just repel that opportunity, but it was a great opportunity for Norwich to be clear out of sight. But a long shot comes in, and that one wasn't too far away either. Stiepermann again, asking the questions of the Hull City defence. With Aarons here, a few Norwich players retreating as they arrow it wide. Bowen on defensive duty, can't win the ball back, and Norwich City go close to a third again. McLean eyeing this one up, so too is Buendia. Over the wall! And not too far away, the back of the net rippled, but it was the wrong side. And a whole host of chances for Norwich's number 17 tonight so far. Another one that goes close. He manages to lift it over the wall from a massive leap from Jackson Irvine, which will have made things difficult. Godfrey. Been really a passenger this evening, the defence for the majority of Norwich City. They haven't come under too much pressure, only in small bursts from the men in black. But Krul there, almost a real enemy for the Norwich fans. Here come the Tigers now with Pugh, and in it goes! Mark Pugh has found the net, and the first time where Norwich have shown a touch of complacency. They've been like a machine in this first half. Tim Krul, the man at the back, loses his concentration for a second, and the Tigers have half the deficit before half-time. And Norwich City fans certainly can't believe it. What was Tim Krul doing? Campbell with good pressure. The Tigers kept the attack alive. That is an outstanding finish from Pugh. The touch and then on the swivel, bang, he's made it 2-1 here. Godfrey biding his time here in passing the ball. It's a simple one to Stiepermann. Real linchpin for Norwich in the first half, getting the opener. Here's Pugh, and the ball just gets away from Irvine. And Tigers could have been away there, and we could be away now. Here's Campbell. Irvine trying to get as much speed into his legs as possible, but Campbell still in possession, being bumped and barged about, but it will only be a goal kick. But Norwich giving it away very cheaply in the midfield, but Campbell didn't really have much support at all. He looked to try and do it himself, got round one man, but then the ball was a little bit treacherous to the number 25 of the Tigers. And for the first time, really, as we're about to approach the hour mark, the first few moans and groans from the Norwich fans, as there hasn't been the same level of intensity and attacking as the first half. Launched forward now up to Buendia. What a pass that is! Now Teemu Pukki. The ball just sticks to his feet, but now it's Buendia! 3-1! That pass was magical, the finish was simplistic, and now Norwich restore their 2-goal advantage, make it 3-1 for the 4th time in 5 games. But goodness me, if Pukki had scored, it would have been absolutely outstanding considering the pass. It's the long ball forward. That is an outstanding pass into the path of Pukki, but it's his touch which is fortunate for Buendia, who can then lay it off into the path of the Argentine, who does get his second goal. Real creativity. A slight error in control there from Pukki, who then returns the favour to Norwich's number 17. And Norwich City now lead by 3-1, and the mountain to climb for the Tigers is back to its original distance. Ridgewell, now Campbell, stays on his feet. Might find Pugh here, who goes down in the box. And they're asking a huge question here of whether that should have been a penalty. And I think Pugh may have had a case. Norwich clear away. Free kick's going to go Norwich City's way. And now the linesman hits the deck. Well, all the comedy you can have in a football match happening at once here. But this was no laughing matter, as Pugh was potentially caught there. It's minimal contact, but Pugh getting the right side. There is contact. That should be a penalty in my book. Well, Chris Martin getting ready to come on here, and Fraser Campbell making his way off. Grzycki, he's lofted it in. Martin! The Tigers have one back, and after scoring just one goal in 781 days on his travels, Chris Martin has scored at his former club, his second, and the Tigers here are within one goal. Grzycki's ball in, Martin is just about onside, and he heads it in. He's been praying for a chance like that all year. And it is game on here at Carrow Road. Once again, right at the end of the half, the Tigers asking the questions. It's now Norwich 3, Hull City 2. And Carrow Road is no stranger to late goals. Here is Milinkovic now for the Tigers. The dugout's on their feet as Milinkovic looks to step inside. Round two men. Milinkovic now. It's with Pugh, but it's wide. It's over. It's not what we required at the most critical time. And is that the final chance the Tigers will have tonight to steal the most unlikely of points?